What's up, guys? Y'all will have to bear with me while I'm doing this. I'm trying to work and do this at the same time, so I felt like this was important enough that I needed to try to get this up as soon as possible and not wait for the weekend. Current events. A couple things going on that I think y'all need to be aware of, and if you're already aware of them, that's great, but make sure you pay attention to them and don't lose track of what's going on. So again, apologize, I'm not going to be looking straight at y'all. I'm trying to work here and sew, and this really sharp reciprocating thing over here kind of has my attention more so than the camera. That said, I'm sure by now you've all seen the news where Roger Stone's been indicted by the FBI on charges of witness tampering and lying to the FBI. So here's what's kind of bothering about this whole thing. I don't know if he did or not, but the problem, I think, was summed up pretty good by Dan Bongino this morning. I was watching him early, and in case you don't know, Dan Bongino is a former federal agent, and he was pretty wound up about the whole thing. What's happening now with the Mueller investigation is they can't find anything on President Trump. I suspect the reason they can't find anything is because there was no Russian collusion. Okay? Or if there was, they just ain't found it. Regardless, what they're doing now is the disturbing part. They are finding people and then finding a crime. That's not how law enforcement is supposed to work. There has to be a crime committed, and then you go after the person who committed the crime. If they just want to find a person and then find a crime that they've committed, that could be all of us, because it's a 100% guarantee that somewhere at some point in your life you've committed a crime, no matter how big or small. In fact, you've probably done it and don't even know that you've done it. And the way they'll get you is they question you. You say no, you haven't. Then they dig up where you did. And now suddenly it's not the actual crime, it's that you quote unquote lied about it. When you, in all honesty, didn't have any recollection of said event, because it's probably so small and minuscule that it just didn't stick in your memory, or you didn't even know it was something wrong that you did. This is getting very, very concerning. They are poking at things that are not kosher at all. So keep your eyes on that stuff. Another point, keep a very close eye on the events in Venezuela. I know a lot of people aren't paying attention to that. They don't really feel like it affects them or is of their concern, but it is. We have decided to not recognize the president of Venezuela that was just elected legally, or as legal as Venezuelan elections can be, or as legal as elections in a socialist country can be. Point is, he's the president. We're not recognizing him. We've said we're going to recognize the opposition guy. The president said that he's severing ties with the United States politically, and has given, as of yesterday, U.S. diplomats 72 hours to get out of the country. Don't know if that's happened yet or not. I've been busy working and couldn't follow up. there's disturbing things going on that we're involved in regards to Venezuela, and it stinks. I can't tell you exactly what, because I don't know where to exactly put my finger on it. But I will tell you this: if you go over to American Partisan and look up some of the recent blog articles that my good friend NC Scout has wrote, he's done quite a few things talking about Venezuela and the situation down there. I would highly encourage you to go read it, or read all of them, and pay very, very close attention to that situation. Another thing that I want to beat a dead horse on is everybody's been talking about the gun control measures that have been proposed in Illinois. This goes right along with what I said some time ago, and I'm still harping on. They are going to try and push gun control now at the state and local level, and they're going to try to push it hard. You have got to pay attention to what's going on locally and get active in working against it. That is a must. We had a state representative here in Florida sign an initiative to try to get a vote on the ballot for an actual constitutional amendment to the state constitution to ban quote unquote assault weapons and crap here in Florida. So not just a bill, but an actual constitutional amendment to do away with it. And of course it's from down south, and much like every state, just like in Illinois, where Chicago and in New York State, New York, and in so many other states, you've got one or two large cities that are socialist havens that seem to try to dictate everything to the rest of the state, and it's happening here in the great state of Florida as well, down south. So watch this gun control crap. It'll sneak up on you when they do it at the state and local level like this. So again, sorry I'm not paying attention directly to you guys, but trying to get some good folks gear made for them and get it shipped out for the weekend. So just a quick one. Pay attention to those things, guys. I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill, but there's just a lot of little things going on right now, none of which are good. And it's not any one big thing that jumps up and surprises you. It's one or more combination of little small things that can surprise you out of nowhere when they blow up into something. So keep your eyes peeled on things, especially stuff like the Venezuela situation, which is not being talked about in the news. I got a couple of videos I'm going to try to get done this weekend. We'll see. I have honey-do list stuff and work to do. I'm going to try to work them in if I can. Sometime in the next, well, I've got something coming next week that I already know about. That'll be a little surprise. The question will just be, when can I get video done on it? I doubt it will be next weekend. So I'm giving you a shameful, unapologetic tease now that not next weekend, but the weekend after, I'll probably be getting a video done on a new little item that I think some of you might find of interest. So anyway, I'm going to cut this one short. I know you guys have probably been commenting, and I will go back and read the comments here after a while. I'm just not where I can read them right this minute. It's hard to do that and work, and I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. So let's see, I think I've probably rambled enough on that. Yeah, I wish I had time to look at y'all's questions, comments, and stuff, but I'll have to do that later. So, I need to wet my whistle again. Sorry. All right. Pay attention to this stuff, guys. Stay super extra mega frosty. Stay on top of your preparations, one little thing at a time. Get out this weekend, get something done. Get some kind of practice or training done, even if it's only 5 minutes worth. And if you haven't already, make sure you've got at least a full loadout of magazines loaded, and you've got your rifles zeroed and topped off and ready to go. That should always be without saying. Same with your handgun and everything else. So take care, guys. I'll catch you in another one soon.